So in the last session, we discussed three numericals based on the analysis of our singly reinforced beam. In this session, we'll be seeing a complex problem regarding the analysis sum, and then we'll be shifting towards the design problems. So we'll be starting with design of our singly RC beam in this session. So if you have still not watched the videos or the sessions of the previous ones, please do have a look on it and solve as many problems as you can, because it will be very helpful for your examination purpose. So here we'll be starting with our today's session. So the first question of our today here is, keep a note of it, it is very important because it is a typical problem, so we'll be looking at it. So the question here is, a singly RC beam 250 mm cross 500 mm, it is just mentioned as 250 mm cross 500 mm. It is neither written as the depth here is effective or overall, nothing is mentioned. So we'll be always taking this depth to be our overall depth. Clear? So the overall depth is given as 500 mm. It is not mentioned anything. We'll be taking it to be overall depth. And it is said that it is reinforced with 4 numbers of 16 mm. 4 numbers of 16 mm diameter bars of Fe415, that means HYSD bars are given, and from this data, that is 4 numbers of 16 mm, we will be calculating the value of our AST, that is area of steel in tension. It is said that the beam is simply supported over a span of 6 meters, and assuming M20 concrete with effective cover to be 50. Effective cover here is 50, so our effective depth will be 450. Because our effective depth will always be equal to overall depth minus the cover. Yeah. Determine the concentrated load P, or we need to find the point load P at midspan of the beam that can be carried in addition to its self weight. So there are two criteria to be calculated. First, we need to find the moment, and then we will be finding the value of the self weight of the beam, and then according to that, we will be finding the value of the concentrated load that is acting on it. Clear? So we'll be starting with our sum. Here are the dimensions. 250 mm is the width of section, 450 is the effective depth. Keep in mind again, 500 it is the overall depth, 50 mm cover is given in the equation, so our effective depth here will be 450 mm. So the first step will be to find the value of AST, that is area of steel in tension. So 4 numbers of 16 mm diameter, that gives the answer 804.25 mm square. Now the next step will be to find the value of XU and XUmax, and then to relate it and find the value of MU. So XU can be obtained from the page number 96, that is G1.1. Here you can see here that point number A, it states that determine the depth of neutral axis from the following equation. So the equation here is XU by D equal to 0.87 F by AST upon 0.36 FCK BD. Again, cancelling D on both sides, we are getting the equation to be XU equal to 0.87 F by AST upon 0.36 FCK B. So the answer here comes out to be 161.32 mm. Now the next step will be to find the value of XUmax. So XUmax can be obtained from page number 70, as it is given in the question to be Fe415 steel. So for 415 steel, the ratio will be 0.48. So solving it, we are getting an answer XUmax equal to 216 mm. XU was 161, XUmax comes out to be 216. So the relation we are getting is XU is less than XUmax, and whenever XU is less than XUmax, it is termed as a under reinforced section. Clear? So now we will be calculating the value of MU. So the next step will be to find the value of MU, and MU can be obtained from this equation, and this equation again can be obtained from page number 96. Here you can see that point number B, it reflects that if the value of XU is less than the limiting value, that means if the value of XU is less than XUmax, then we will be finding the value of MU using this equation, and solving it, we are getting an answer MU equal to 111.28 kilonewton into meter. So now our first step is completed, that is we have obtained the value of our MU, that is moment of resistance. Now we will be moving forward to finding the concentrated load P. But for that we will be finding the value of self weight, because it is stated that determine the concentrated load P at midspan, that is the center of the beam, that can be carried by the beam in addition to its self weight. So first thing will be to find the value of our self weight, and self weight can always be obtained from this equation, that is rho BD. Rho, that is density, B, that is width of section, and D will be overall depth of beam. Keep in mind, whenever we are calculating the value of our self weight, we will be always focusing on the overall depth, that is our capital D. Don't substitute small d value here. Why so? Because in the cover portion also concrete is been present, and concrete carries weight here. For design purposes, for load transfer phenomenon, the bottom cover portion is not been included, but whenever you are finding the weight of the section, this cover is to be included. Clear? So the W can be obtained from this case, that is rho BD. Here density of concrete we have discussed in the first session itself, that unit weight of concrete will always be, that is RCC will always be 25 kN per meter cube. So LU here comes out to be 25, that is our density of concrete. 0.25 will be our width of section in meters, and D will be 0.5, that is 500 mm. So solving it, we are getting an answer to be 3.125 kN per meter. Now keep in mind that whenever we are finding values from the dimensions, these values will always be actual loads. Clear? So now the next step will be to factorize it. So next step will be to find the factor UDL. So factor UDL will be the load that we just obtained, will be multiplying it by 1.5, that is our factor of safety. So here the factor UDL comes out to be 4.68 kilonewton per meter. So this is our factor UDL. Now we'll be moving forward to the case that is to find the concentrated load. So here let us say capital WU is the concentrated load, or you can say working concentrated load. Let us say capital WU is the factored load, that is factored load. 1.5 will be the factor of safety, and WU will be our load, that is the actual load. Clear? So now here we will be finding the value of our actual load. The design moment will be MU, and will be combination of our UDL as well as concentrate load. For UDL, the maximum moment will always be WL square by 8, and for UDL it will be WL by 4. But keep in mind, here we will be substituting the value of our factored loads. Clear? So factored W will be 1.5 into small w. We need to find this value of small w. So here we have obtained everything. We just need to substitute the value, and we need to find the value of small w, that is our concentrated load, which comes out to be 40 kilonewton, that is working load. Clear? So this was our sum pertaining to the calculation of our concentrated load. Now we'll be focusing in the next problem. Here the question is a design problem. So the question here is, design a singly RC beam with effective depth equal to twice the width of beam. That means small d equal to 2b, a relation has been mentioned. Clear? It is given as effective depth equal to twice of the width of beam. That means small d will be equal to 2 into b. To resist a factor moment of 120 kilonewton meter. Again, keep in mind the word factored is been mentioned, so there is no need to multiply the given load or given moment by 1.5. Clear? Use M20 concrete and Fe415 steel. So we'll be starting. For every design problem, it starts with an assumption. Keep in mind. Clear? So for singly reinforced beams, we will be always assuming the section to be balanced. So whenever the section is balanced, XU will always be equal to XU max, and MU will always be equal to MU lim. Clear? So first thing will be to calculate the value of MU lim. For Fe415 steel, MU lim will be 0.13 at FCK BD square. Here our equation, that is factor moment, is given. That means MU is being given. Clear? So MU will be considering it to be MU lim because we are assuming it to be a balanced section. So here we'll be substituting that term in MU lim. B will be capital B, and D will be considering it to be 2B. Why so? Because it is given depth is equal to twice the width of beam. Therefore D equal to 2B. So our entire equation falls into the constant of variable, that is B. So B here will be 221.5. Now keep in mind, whenever you are designing something, the dimension should be a whole number, a round figure. You can't just place or you can't construct the beam to be of a width to 21.5. Yeah? So whenever we are designing something, we are providing dimensions, the values should be proper and a whole number. So the rounding it off, we will be taking the value of B, that is width of section, to be 230 mm. Clear? Now from this value we will be finding the value of RD, that is effective depth. So here the effective depth will be as D equal to 2B, so D will be equal to 460 mm. So these are the dimensions. Now the next thing will be to find the value of steel or the steel content. And to find the value of steel content or to find the value of AST, always you need to find the value of PT, and from this PT we will be calculating the value of AST. So equation of PT will be 50 FCK by Fy 1 minus under root 1 minus 4.6 MU upon FCK BD square. MU will be this value, that is 120 into 10 raised to 6. So solving it, we are getting an answer 0.824%. So this much percentage of steel is required to sustain this much amount of moment. Yeah? So now the next step will be to find the value of AST, and AST, the equation will be PT BD by 100. So the answer here comes out to be 871.79 mm square. So here the calculation of steel is completed. Now the change is that for designing we need to provide the content, that is to provide the steel content. So for that we will be assuming the bar dia. If it is not mentioned in question, we will be always assuming either 16 mm or 20 mm, it is up to you. In this case we will be assuming 20 mm diameter bars. So the area of one bar, that is cross sectional area of one bar, will be taking it to be small AST. Total area was capital AST, and area of one bar will be taking it to be small AST. So it comes out to be pi by 4 20 square, and the answer is 314.15 mm square. Now we need to find the number of bars. That means one bar of 20 mm diameter gives the area 314.15 mm square. The total area that is to be provided is 871.79. So how many bars are to be included? So for that case, this equation can be obtained, that is number of bars will be equal to capital AST divided by small AST. So in this case the answer comes out to be 2.77. That means 2.77 number of bars are to be used, but we can't cut our circular bar into 77% and provide. We need to provide a whole number. So we'll be providing 3 numbers of bar in this case. Clear? So we'll be providing 3 numbers of bar in this case, and so the AST provided here will be, we have provided 3 numbers of bars, so the AST provided will be 942.45 mm square, and this will be a final statement that you must be right to find the or to get the maximum marks of your answer. Provide 3 numbers of 20 mm diameter bars. Clear? Now this was our first method, that is manual method. The second will be the use of steel tables. Steel tables are being used in the examination also, so it will be helpful to you to solve the answer quickly and efficiently. So for that, from your steel table, we will be moving on to page number 71, table number 20. It states area of groups of round bars. Areas are in centimeter square, but we need to answer in mm square, so we need just to convert it. Here the diameters of the bars are being mentioned, and here the number of bars are being mentioned. So how to finalize the values here? Up to this step, that is 871.79, our answer will be fixed. Now converting it into centimeter square, the answer that will be needing is 8.71. So 8.71, for remembering purpose, you need to know that for single ERC beam you need to provide the range between 2 to 6. The minimum number of bars that you can provide is 2, and the maximum number of bars that can provide is 6 mm. So you always need to follow this range, that is between 2 to 6 bars. And regarding the bar diameter, you need to mention or you need to provide bars between 14 to 24 for single ERC beam. As we have discussed, or as we have provided 20 mm bars here, you can see that here 3 numbers of bar have been seen here, and here 28 mm diameter. That will be the area that is being provided is 9.42 centimeters square, clear? Or you can say 942 mm square. We have already provided the 942 mm square. So this is the direct method using the steel table that we can obtain the values. You can either opt for manual method or you can opt for this steel table method. Steel table will be preferable because it requires less time. How to find this? For these ranges, we will be seeing a value, or we will be finding a value which is greater than 8.7. So the value that is greater than 8.7 here falls under only one category, that is 9.42. And for a 9.42, you can see that 9.42 is, if you go vertically, it is 3, that is 3 numbers of bar. And if you go horizontally, it is 20, that means 20 mm diameter bars. So the final answer will be 3 numbers of 20 mm diameter bars, clear? So this was our design problem, and this is our exercise problem for today. Solve it because it will be helpful for examination purpose, and it will, as you go and practice the problems, it will be helpful to you to get used to and familiar with our IS code and the steel table too. Yeah? So we'll be seeing more sums in the next session. Thank you.